Welcome back. I'm Evie, owner and creative director of Evielutions Design, where I help businesses with all of their branding needs. So we're talking about web development, graphic, and print. All right, guys, so I know we've covered a lot of different things over the past couple of weeks, but today I really want to talk to you guys about why you need a website. If your business was able to survive the turmoil of 2020 without a website, I encourage you to purchase a lottery ticket because you are clearly incredibly lucky. Small businesses carried the burden of tremendous economic impact due to the pandemic, and many did not survive. And this may be due in part to some businesses' unwillingness to adapt to a digital era. So now more than ever, it is critical for your business to have a website. And today I'm going to talk to you guys about why. Accessibility in a digital age. In many ways, the pandemic has accelerated our proximity to issues and demanded that we adapt to a life where in-person interactions simply are not always possible now. So as customers adjust to a homebound lifestyle, they begin utilizing online shopping and phone app delivery much more. And some customers who may have been hesitant to try out like grocery delivery or online clothes shopping are finding that e-commerce is easier, faster, and less stressful than they thought. So in other words, shoppers were finding that businesses with websites were more accessible to them in a time where accessibility was limited. And the convenience of that accessibility became invaluable. And as customers continue to transition to a largely e-commerce way of purchasing goods and services, successful businesses must find ways to adapt to those needs and habits. I think there were some studies last year that showed that small businesses that took advantage of their online presence and rose to meet online demand experienced like 400% revenue growth and earned twice as much revenue per employee. So as a bonus, your website is accessible anytime. We're talking about 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And does so at a fraction of a cost that it takes to run your physical storefront. So it only makes sense, guys. The next thing is that it gives you better visibility. So thoughtful entrepreneurs are mindful about where they open their business, right? So for example, to open a restaurant, a business owner must consider where people are going to congregate. And so they would be less likely to invest in a restaurant that is trying to situate itself like in a train station. Because even if that train station is relatively busy, the restaurant will never attract the same volume of people as it would if it was being like situated in a metropolitan area close to other businesses and a dense residential population. It's the same thing with like a mom and pop shop selling unique handcrafted goods. You know, they may not catch the eye of potential customers if their storefront is like in a difficult to access alleyway or like on the opposite side of town away from other businesses. So when it comes to a physical storefront, location matters immensely. But the beauty of the internet is that your website is your storefront, and no matter where you are physically located, you can utilize your website to find success. Having a website also gives you brand credibility. So websites are a useful tool in establishing your credibility, which is a valuable card to hold when operating in a market with numerous competitors. One study I saw concluded that like over 80% of consumers research online before actually going to a store to make a purchase. So even more importantly, more than 30% of customers will not even consider like purchasing from a business if it does not have a website. So just imagine all of the business you could be receiving if you had a website. And because a business web page is often one of the first points of contact for potential customers, having a website is important to secure a positive first impression. And a business with a website basically signals to the customer that a business is striving to be accessible and available to customers, which lends itself to the business legitimacy. So in turn, your website instills confidence in customers when they're purchasing your products or services. And it can also serve as a place to ease their anxiety about buying from an unfamiliar or unknown business. And so by presenting accurate, up-to-date information like your store hours or contact information or offering customer reviews, potential customers can be converted into customers before they've even entered your actual store. Now, I know I'm gonna get a lot of people that are like, but I have a social media page, Facebook, Yelp, does that count? No. So, okay, having a social media page can be helpful, but it is not a substitute for a website. Studies also show that like 84% of consumers believe a business with a website is more credible than one that only has a social media page. So to some extent, a website offers legitimacy that a simple social media page cannot. So on social media, your business is restricted by that platform in terms of design, which in turn affects your branding and your ability to push effective messaging. And so with a website, you are in control of how you showcase your business and what kind of audience you are attracting. Next reason is it is crucial for competitiveness. If none of the reasons above that I mentioned swayed you yet, perhaps this will. So having a website is crucial in order to remain competitive. Customers are not moving away from digital forms, to purchase products or services. Businesses are anticipating this continued reliance on the internet and building or improving their own websites. And because websites are incredibly accessible, they offer better visibility and established credibility, customers are flocking to businesses who have a website and an online social media presence. So additionally, the internet has made the market more accessible and profitable for small businesses. Having an online platform like a website in conjunction with social media presence allows small businesses to compete against larger, more established businesses. So like in the next 5 to 10 years, businesses that do not capitalize on the tremendous value that a website offers simply will not be able to function as a market competitor. And I'm going to say probably 5 years or less with that. So at the end of the day, what I'm trying to tell you guys, if you don't have a website, you need to create a website today. The top reason why your business needs a website is that it is the forum where you will set yourself up for success. Businesses must be accessible, visible, and credible to even have a chance at being competitive. So by creating a website, you can make sure that your business offers that and so much more. All right, now go get going, create that website, and I'm gonna talk to you guys next week. Bye.